Welcome to FNaF News. I'm your host, the TNT Muffin. Today we're going to be talking about Funko. There's a lot of really cool new Funko products, so let's take a look at them. Starting out with the really cool stuff, we finally get to see the new Funko statues of Foxy and Lefty. Let's first take a look at the less cool one, which is Foxy. Still very cool, as we expected. It's Foxy peeking out of Pirate's Cove. There's an It's Me sign there. The floor is the FNaF floor, you know, the checkered floor. Pirate's Cove, I think, looks pretty cool. They made it a lot smaller, of course, so that it would all fit on one statue. And Foxy looks pretty good. I will say, Foxy could have been a little bit better. Like, the metal parts of him, I feel like they should probably be shiny. I mean, maybe they will be. This is just an image. Maybe they'll be shiny, but I feel like they won't be. And then also, his teeth, none of them are golden. The inside of his mouth looks pretty boring. And then his eyes also look kind of boring. Like, they're kind of just a flat color for the irises, when they should be a lot more detailed than that. But it still looks like a very cool figure. Or not figure, a statue. It's gonna be a foot tall, which is awesome. Yeah, I think it's a really cool statue. You know, they took a little bit of creativity with Pirate's Cove. Instead of just making it like a giant thing or just having a little bit of the curtain, they made it a smaller Pirate's Cove so they could have the entire thing there while still having Foxy coming out of it. I think it looks super cool. As you can see, Foxy's on a stage with a curtain that has stars on it. I was a little bit worried that what they would do, you know, since it's Foxy and Lefty, is they'd take this Foxy statue, recolor the stage to make it red, so that it's like the Pizza Sim Star Curtain stage a bit, and then put Lefty in there. But they didn't do that. Very excited. The Lefty statue here looks so cool. It actually seems to be inside of the FNaF 2 location, as you can see by the little box in the back there that the puppet comes out of. There's some balloons as well, which look pretty cool. Then, of course, the center of it, Lefty with the puppet inside of him. So yeah, that's awesome. Everybody wanted the puppet to be inside of Lefty for this statue. I thought they weren't gonna do it. People are probably saying that they were gonna do like the salvage or him in the alley, but they actually did it in FNaF 2. I don't think anyone expected that. And they have the puppet, like, climbing inside of it, which is awesome. I think this statue is super cool. I mean, I've been thinking about it, it's gonna be a foot tall, which is gonna be awesome. The environment's really cool as well, you know, with the box in the background and the balloons. The floor is unfortunately exactly the same, but, I mean, it kind of has to be, because that is what the floor looks like. I'm really happy that they put the puppet inside of Lefty. That's so cool. The detail looks all really good, you know, it's exactly the same as the action figure, I assume. Actually, no, it's not exactly the same as the action figure. It's better. It looks like they might have made the nose bigger, like it should be, and also, he's left-handed, you know? On the action figure, they made him right-handed on accident. You know, his whole thing is he's left-handed, he's Lefty. They did make him left-handed, that's good. I am very excited for that. The Lefty figure is 100% cooler than the Foxy one, you know? I mean, like, it's way more detailed, the pose is very cool, you got a second character. Very excited for these. Unfortunately, they are going to be still $50. I expected them to maybe be cheaper since they're only one character each instead of two, like the Security Breach ones. But the environments are very big, they're very cool, they've got pretty cool poses, you know, complicated molds. So I think it makes sense that they're $50. Very excited for these guys. And then the second thing is we've got some more snaps revealed, which are going to be little sets of figures and then an actual play set. So let's first look at the little packs of figures. As you can see, there's the Nightmare Chica one and the Toy Chica one on the left there. They come in a 2-pack. I think Nightmare Chica looks pretty cool. It's a little unfortunate that the bib doesn't have any words on it. Also, you know, one of the eyes is blue. It should be like a grayish color, but it looks super cool. You know, the detailing's all good. It's got the Nightmare Cupcake, which is nice. I think it looks pretty cool. You know, the second faceplate's not really anything interesting, but still pretty sweet. Yeah, pretty cool there. Then there's Toy Chica, which, you know, looks pretty good. Looks like Toy Chica. And then, of course, you know, there's the second faceplate, which for this one is Toy Chica without the beacon eyes, which I think is very cool. I'm really glad they did that. And then there's the cupcake, which they actually did make into the FNaF 2 cupcake. I'm glad about that. It's not just the same as the FNaF 1 cupcake. Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool 2-pack. Don't care as much about Nightmare Chica, but the Toy Chica looks very cool. You can see the top right, there's actually our first exclusive snap figure, which is going to be a Walmart exclusive Phantom Foxy. I at first thought it was just, you know, Foxy, but they like made it with cool colors and, you know, maybe glow in the dark. But it is actually Phantom Foxy. You know, you may be wondering, why isn't he withered? Why isn't he like Withered Foxy recolored? That's because it's supposed to be based off of the Help Wanted version of Phantom Foxy, as you can tell by the colors and, you know, the fact that it's just FNaF 1 Foxy. So I think it does look pretty cool. You know, I thought it was like just a recolor. Now that I know it's Phantom Foxy, very cool. And, you know, it is Help Wanted, which goes on to the next figure, which is Nightmare Bonnie. I at first was like, oh, the eyes, they're the wrong color, that's disappointing. But then I got it pointed out that, you know, since Phantom Foxy's Help Wanted, Nightmare Bonnie's also Help Wanted, which he has different colored eyes in Help Wanted, so it makes sense to look like that. Still kind of the wrong color of the animatronic itself, should be like a blue, I believe. But that's whatever. And then it has a really cool accessory there, which is like a broken guitar. I don't believe there's ever a broken guitar like this in FNaF, but it is a cool little thing to have. And then the faceplate's the same basically as the Nightmare Chico one, where it has the mouth open a bit. So yeah, I think those are pretty cool. Honestly, I'll probably get all of them. The snap figures have been really good so far, but that's not all we have. We also have a little playset, like I said before, which is Toy Freddy. So the playset here, as you can see, is the office from FNaF 1. It seems like there are pieces that you can take off, like those little boxes and then the cupcake. That's pretty interesting there. And then also, of course, the figure it comes with, which is Toy Freddy. He doesn't relate to FNaF 1 at all, but I assume what they're doing is they're trying to build the whole pizzeria, so they needed characters to fill in for those little spaces. Then the figure himself, Toy Freddy, looks super cool. From what I see, there's nothing wrong with him. I think it's really cool. You know, the faceplate is Toy Freddy while he's leaning over the desk with the black eyes. Very sweet. His accessory, of course, is the microphone. So yeah, now with these playsets, we've got the stage, the back room, and then the office. Now we just need, like, the hallways. Maybe they could make the supply closet. I assume they're gonna do the whole pizzeria. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. I think that would be really cool for them to do. Yeah, I think all these figures look cool. Funko's been doing really good with the snaps, and I'm excited to see them make more. A bit of fanverse news here is that Kane Carter made a tweet saying the model for False BB was recently finished for POPGOES Evergreen, and he is shockingly a favorite among the dev team and Phil. We only have Mango left for the falses, and my god, that's going to be a tough one. Amazing work so far from @Alexis26. Then there's a screenshot showing, of course, like he said, all the devs love him. Now, the special thing with this image is that if you brighten it up or whatever, you can see that False BB, a little bit of him, is actually in the background of it, which is a pretty cool way to tease it, honestly. I didn't expect that, I just saw people showing screenshots later on. So yeah, False BB, also, yeah, False, that is the official name, I suppose, of those, like, weird versions of the toy animatronics before we saw Toy Freddy. Now we get to see False BB, which, as you can see, is actually like a skinny-looking character, which isn't really what you'd expect from a balloon boy. But honestly, I think that's a pretty cool idea. I feel like you could make him pretty creepy with being super skinny. Very curious to see what the face is gonna look like. Yeah, I don't know. I assume the colors are gonna be exactly the same, but I really have no idea what the face is gonna look like. I'm so curious. Another thing here is that Pillow Pets has fixed their Freddy Fazbear Pillow Pet so that the coloration on the ears and the rest of him is the same color, because before there was an issue where it wasn't, but that's good now. So yeah, that's all the news we have today. If you want to subscribe, click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch one of my last news videos, you can click that button over there. And if you want to see some other video I made, click that button over there. And I'll see you the next time I do some news, I guess.